What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful.com. It's time. Final battle this Friday. You can order it on pay-per-view, and one of the big stars of that show is the one, the only, Shane Taylor, ROH World Television Champion. Shane, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I was just about to get on you if you didn't add in the World Television Champion, but you did it, so we good.
Well, I mean, I talked to you at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, and not much has changed in that regard. You still had that championship belt over your shoulder back then. You made it through the summer, through the fall. We're now into the winter with you as World Television Champion. Like I said, that hasn't changed, but what has changed in your life since then?
Oh, man. Obviously, with me starting Shane Taylor Promotions, my own promotional company, that is the biggest change, along with adding Ron L. Hunt, Moses Incan, Sons of Savagery to the company, being able to have all those guys a part of my team and on the platform that we're on, that's the biggest change. And to me, it's one of the most important ones because with those core group of guys going forward, we're going to make a lot of noise in this business, a lot of noise in this sport. In 2020, there are some big, big plans ahead, and I can't wait for the rest of the world to get to see it.
You've had an interesting run as television champion. You've defended against guys like Matt Taven, Haskins, Flip Gordon, Tracy Williams, and of course, Dragon Lee, who's underwent a name change recently. But you've also defended against guys like Bill Collier and Dysfunction, people that traditional ROH fans, they might not jump off the page to them. What has this experience been like where it seems like every single week it's a different opponent, it's a different style, it's just different all the time?
One of the best quotes that I ever heard was from Mike Tyson, and he said, in order to be the best that ever lived, you have to beat everyone living. Now, a lot of times former and past Ring of Honor champions only fight people that are within that sort of competition bubble. And to me, that's unacceptable. If you want to have the best competition in the world, yes, you can start with ROH, but there's people outside of ROH that are extremely talented, that deserve that platform, that deserve that chance to shock the world. That was an opportunity that was denied from me, for so long. So as champion, I wanted to make my run different. I wanted to let people know that if you really think that you're the baddest, if you think that you can go and throw hands with me, sign a contract, let's set it up, and I want to be able to look back and not only say that I defended against the best that ROH had to offer, but the best the world had to offer.
And I know that you've spoken with me in the past. You said that you think that Ring of Honor should promote you more. At least that's what you had said as recently as August. Do you think that has changed, and have they stepped that up?
Well, that's the beauty of Shane Taylor Promotions is now they don't have to. That's no longer their responsibility. It's now mine. Because like I said, I wasn't about to continue to let anybody control my narrative, control my name, control my brand, control how many people got to see me. So now that I've taken it into my own hands, we see the difference. Now they're forced to put me on these posters. Now they're forced to share my stuff on social media. They're forced to put me out into the forefront because now that is where I belong, being one of the best and most consistent performers on the planet. That puts them into a sort of catch-22 because now they can't afford to not put me on these things.
I hear you talk about history and sort of your legacy as champion quite a bit in your promos and your vignettes that I see on Ring of Honor TV. As we're speaking right now, you have the 7th longest ROH World TV title reign. Assuming you get past Dragon Lee this week and the subsequent tapings as champion, you'll pass Jeff Cobb. And then after that, you're like right there in number 4-3 territory in quick order. What does that mean to you? Because there have been a lot of pretty heavy Ring of Honor TV title runs. Of course, the Jay Lethal one being the big one.
That's everything to me. When I won, well, before that, my goal when I got to Ring of Honor was to be a champion, and especially being an African American male, only two have held singles championships in the history of ROH. One being Kenny King, the other being Jay Lethal. So, and being able to have and work with both guys, now it means the world to be able to have my run while they're in their prime and while they're there. And what I want to do is to be able to go down as the greatest Ring of Honor television champion that there's ever been. And that starts not only with the defenses that I've had, but the ones going forward. And you mentioned Jay Lethal's run, which is the target, which is the goal, because he has set the standard for what a champion should be in ROH. Now, we're two completely different people, and we go about this sport and this profession two completely different ways. But if I want to change that standard, if I want to be the guy that everybody looks to as the new face of ROH, the new standard bearer for what a champion is, that's the mark that I have to be. And eventually, that's the guy that I have to be.
This will be your 12th title defense over
13th.
13th. Okay, 13th across, I think maybe roughly 7 months as champion. And you've really had a lot over the last, I want to say, 3 months or so. It's really like, it seems like almost every other week you're defending that title. Is that something you're pushing for, defending your title with that regularity?
Absolutely. This is the thing. Like I say, I am one of the best and most consistent performers, not just in ROH, but in this entire sport. And damn near everybody who's had their best match has had it with me in ROH. When you look at Bandito or Joe Hendry, Jeff Cobb, like any of the people you want to list, some of their best matches have been when they're across the ring from Shane T. I elevate everybody that gets into the ring with me. And whether that be, guys like Danhausen, like you see on TV, so for me, people are lining up around the block to get a shot at the World Television Championship, and I want them to be able to have it because I want to break that record. They're not lining up around the block to fight Roosh. They're not lining up around the block for any other champion. There's a reason for that, and that's because they know when they get into the ring with Shane T, the world is watching.
Now, I think Lethal's defenses were maybe 39, 40, somewhere around there when he finally lost the title. Is that also a mark that you're going to go after? I mean, obviously you would want to pass that, but is that something in your mind as of right now?
Absolutely. The single reign is 35 championship defenses, and right now I'm already the longest reigning singles champion in ROH. But I want to be able to etch my name in that history. I'm not interested in being number 7. I'm not interested in being number 4, number 3, or number 2. I'm interested in the top spot only. So all focus, all preparation, of course, is on Dragon Lee, and will be on the next contenders going forward. But that's the end goal, and to prove that the championship to have in ROH is the World Television Championship. If you want to prove you're the baddest dude in ROH, that's the championship you need to have. As far as I'm concerned, the title right now is just semantics. I'm already the man in ROH.
What does it say about, I don't know, the intuition or the foresight of guys like you and Keith Lee to kind of combine your forces when you did, seeing where the two of you both are right now at the very same moment almost in your careers and just presently?
Like I said, it speaks to what our beliefs are and what our vision was, and the vision of the circle that we keep around us. We saw and we see, two of the best performers in the world when you look at us. And other companies didn't see it. Other Other people didn't see it, but they don't have to. Our vision is ours and ours alone. And now people are starting to see exactly what we saw, so I couldn't be happier for him. He couldn't be happier for me. And now we get to conquer the world just like we said we were going to, from two different ends.
As of, I want to say maybe a month and a half ago, you had said you had not been re-signed by Ring of Honor. And some rumors have emerged about maybe Ring of Honor's intent or lack thereof. Where do you stand right now? As of the time we're speaking, have you re-signed with Ring of Honor? And what are your thoughts on that?
No. And the thing with this is I don't work for Ring of Honor. So me being re-signed or being released is not really an option because I work for myself. I work for Shane Taylor Promotions. I am in a partnership with ROH that does expire at the end of the year. We signed a fight-by-fight deal. So going forward, my goal is to retain the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Once I do that, the ball is in ROH's court to meet my demands and come up with some fights and some figures that my team and I deem appropriate, deem well enough to be signed, and then we'll go from there.
So is that your preference to stay with or stay in a partnership, as you call it, with Ring of Honor? I mean, that would almost rely on you being ROH TV champion and vice versa, I would think. If you're ROH TV champion, it's hard to imagine that relationship dissolves.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I know what my talent is. I know what my worth is. So do other people, and so do other companies. But regardless of all of that, me holding on to the championship is paramount for a number of reasons. So that's why all of the importance and all of the focus is on Dragon Lee, is on Final Battle, and making sure that when I walk in to Baltimore as champion, I walk out of Baltimore as champion.
As we wrap up, how would you rate Ian Riccaboni's elbow drop?
Ooh, I saw that.
You were there.
I gotta give it a solid. I gotta give it a solid 8.5. I mean, it was well executed. I mean, when you get guys like Brian Johnson that want to stick their nose in other people's business, I mean, that's karma. You know what I mean? Like you step into a fight that you weren't supposed to be in. I don't feel bad if you get dropped. So it is what it is.
What did you think of that unauthorized show? It was very different. It was a step outside. There were like the when you kick out or something, somebody takes a shot. They had the mask match with the Delirious and Mini Delirious. How did you feel about that? It deviated from what you usually see in Ring of Honor.
I mean, look, this whole sport is a variety show, and I thought they did a great job of having a lot of fun and sort of, breaking from the traditional ROH sort of very serious, very tight sort of reputation that can come with that. But they're able to bring everything to the viewer. They can be serious and have incredible matches, incredible competitions, incredible stories, and also still have fun too. So there's something for everybody.
And I've been asking this question to every Ring of Honor person that I asked because it got a lot of polarizing reactions. Last year, they switched to a white canvas briefly, and I had some wrestlers that reached out to me. They're like, "I don't like this, not at all." How'd you feel about that?
It makes no difference to me what the color of the canvas is. I don't care.
Right. I mean, I had one guy say, "I'd rather paint it red," like with the opponent.
I mean, that's their choice. My job is just to beat my opponent. It doesn't matter what ring it's in, what canvas it's on, what the apron skirts look like, none of that. So all they got to do is line up my opponent, and I'll take care of the rest. The environment around me doesn't matter.
Shane, let the people know where they can follow you on social media.
Of course, at Shane216 Taylor, Twitter and Instagram. If you're in the merch buying mood, head on over to prowrestlingtees.com/Shane Taylor to pick up the great shirts that I have there, as well as 2 brand new Shane Taylor Promotions t-shirts. Thank you all for an incredible 12-year career so far, and here's to another 12 more plus.
Guys, if you're on our channel, just search Shane Taylor's name. We got several interviews with him, including a really good one that we did at Maple Leaf Gardens. ROH Final Battle on Friday on pay-per-view. Dragon Lee taking on Shane Taylor for that ROH TV Championship and a lot more. Shane, thank you so much.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate it.